Okay, now we move on to the Matchbox 8F. So 6th model in the range, the Wildcat Mustang. And here we go, fellas. Wow, cracking! Look at that, fantastic model. Again, one of my favourites from childhood. Again, you know, being a Dragster fan, watching drag racing when I was a kid. You know, the muscle car, the big wheels. You know, the V8 engine sticking out the bonnet. Yeah, cracking. That's what we want, lads. Proper bit of muscle. So superb. Love that model. Fantastic. Just the G-box. And very interestingly, this G-box had a long run, 1970 up to 75, when it was superseded by the 8G Pantera, which we'll come on to next. Never developed the box. Really strange. You know, should be an H box, should be an I box, possibly a J box. No, they just stayed with the G box. Again, one of those anomalies that, you know, in most of the ranges, that some boxes existed, some didn't. But as I said, with the Wildcat Mustang, just the G box. Only variation is really with the new and without the new. None of these are particular rare. You know, it's easy enough to get it with new and without new. Okay, and this is because of the very long production run. So there's probably an equal amount of with new and without new. From experience, there's probably less of the without news, but again, there shouldn't be a premium to be paid for those. As for matching artwork, then really we should be looking at the orange with the first sort of series Wildcat label here. So this one matches quite nicely, showing green windows, orange, so the old Wildcat labels, and I think that works quite well. I've incorporated a couple of others here, the pink one because I like the model, and the orange one with the later Wildcat label. I actually prefer the later Wildcat labels. Now, a lot of variations on these models. Okay, essentially, so we'll talk about this one in a minute, but essentially, you know, it's pink and orange. You'll get shades of pink, you'll get shades of orange, one or two wheel variations. You know, there's even a couple of quite funky ones that have the wheels round the other way round, which is weird, but there you go. I've seen it. I've even had one with two sets of large wheels on it. Again, I never really collected wheel variations, but I know a lot of people do, and quite a few base colours, black, grey, yellow, sort of a dark yellow, a light yellow, turquoise. There's quite a few base colours. Again, it's a model where you could have easily, you know, a dozen, 15 or so variations. But those are the three ones that satisfied my collecting interest. And we will just move on to show you the underside there. And that's what I was talking about, this nice bright yellow base, but it's not the only base colour. And then we're going to move on to this little beauty. This is the pre-production version. So a bright red body there. Okay, 5 spokes at the front, spiral wheels at the back, and there's the rear view, and there's the underside. Now, the underside, as you can see, is unpainted, which you do see on production models. But I mean, this is really the trouble is the Matchbox that pre-production is quite a loosely used term. This really, for me, is a colour trial model, because there's, as far as I know, there's not any essential differences in the casting there. But what a great colour, and I really like that. And I say, it does come with the Spyro rear wheels. The standard one come with 4 spokes. So yeah, so a nice little addition to get that. It is a known about pre-production colour trial. You know, there is a few on the market. Again, premiums to be paid, but just please beware of the chap that copies these. And I've kept saying in previous posts that if you've got any doubts about authenticity of your models, please drop us a line. So that covers the 8F, the 6th model in the number 8 range, and we'll move on to the Pantera very shortly. Thanks for watching.